It was a Mumina Joe, Emma Quaba, Edward Taabea television. So Brenna Sanson said the dialogue to Medino, a brew free sabric with 7 on a tree. A bowing chain, Quada, any Fiada, Imano Kibia, any Sinko, and even my Ghana, said the young bit me at the above Magic and our friends in Puntio, and it's a sense of veterans be more. And now, traveling only the course walk, my Ghana moon. Said on my number Nitra said, and Rashida for Fufra Twaba Yomono, Omkusai, and Wachi now on Penia Twaba Yunos Nitra Son Kokosai, and Nina Moon 7 on Sibibri in the tea from by the commercial with the Mudia, Nina Aqua Nims and Mumbi. Now, dear Bacoa, nitrogen by Brasson, Fa MP Bacoa Twaba Yino, our Assin of. Or no any big and son of Papa saying no, if you told us a court and it's not to set more and share on Pampusai, or koi, a touch no, then so or Sewati, and so still a beside, and power side, as soon as the same. About to know to you know, a dinner rabbit to me at Canada. Anyone has a dinner rabbit to me at the dinner, and as a court bit me a day, and your fancies, this way MP, as assembly be, and as an assembly be. Beshe na emrafemu yedi ehonkomo mampenina da John Mahama so a filing motion to amend the petition wo pese about on the 7th December no about to come Assin obi ani kunim enti court nhwena yensa so enye rerun na oni mampeni akufado omfensi ani eno nsem ewo ha na ansa na besha ase kra no abrebi atwam yedi nkomo na se be na atwam yeni eni yedi nkomo efa petition no na ensem a lawyer kan kama say nipa bi anshara ntase e mena sisu dia na opache kwoti na wachi mu ama obi anso nya na ntase medin e de cabinet chairman ado enemy guest as usual eba emrance media lawyer Kwame Adofo of Holy Trinity Chambers Kumasi and Odimi Juma emphasize that Emma Taabea herbal mixture Taabea hand sanitizer beauty 360 and proud sponsors for Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and search for taabeatv. YouTube no the subscribe. Your news are hold your interviews your stories in anom eba na so on sa aka. Obi a be a share no be a enya be hwem twem ho ba ma lawyer kwaba na share commoners. Ediebe kura na be rasimwe. Na de kura na ni peni autoyi.
And now, my dear listeners, before I sign out, I would like to introduce to you Taabea Herbal Mixture, a great and effective herbal medicine for malaria, loss of appetite, and general body pains. Taabea, a fact I can personally attest to.
Taabea Herbal Mixture. Ansa na wobenom Taabea Herbal Mixture. Shisho moje mu hunu se wenye chidi yare nu bi ansa. FDA ahwehwe sa ejwadi nkrato yi mu agye atom se eye.
Yebamo akwaba lawyer ikrado menso my ikrado mgini se wa hwe wonso ikrado ko Facebook, YouTube, Instagram na search for taabeatv na unya like pages no share na obi enya bi share lawyer me mo ajo
Kenya.
Boko
na oswe.
Nyamia semese mo ye pa.
Sisi dia gojanya babi.
Gojanya ba.
Rashid bidafi senya ye Rashid bidafo. Ye nya mampeni. Minim exercise no say na osi ehun no.
I'm say some obekaya. We know can say it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Because I said the margin was so slim. And I knew say people may want to Ombeye BB said a be delay, even President crowd swearing in.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what happened. Usha, time I sent Komu delay, almost swearing in, for 8 hours, no one to about any speaker. We predict here, say it's likely to be messy.
And also the see.
And also the see. If he said, Usha, the NDC for Aria Tasuna, almost one in terms of a minority.
Yeah.
Then the question is, who has to elect speaker? It's at play.
Okay.
And also exactly what happened. And they say, my elected speaker.
Okay.
And now we are in for a very interesting ride.
Wow.
2021.
I say the air course we share them who we among you same.
It means see that. It means see that. Where your first time.
Wow.
It means see that. And so I see. You say you were a situation where MPP, who very likely has the majority, they don't have the speaker.
Okay. So
the speaker now can decide to delay their processes. Into another speaker, that's what this certain matters back. Who the Cochrane, the speaker can choose not to bring it. What then happened? We are in a very, very uncharted situation. We don't know what will happen.
The powers of the speaker and the NDC for the Anchisa speaker. But before then, lawyer, your last discussion on former President Mohammed's election petition. Oshe ni first relief no. Said was each mono. Come on, say comment ban on function anti. Exactly what and another person would share with the first relief. Nadio Muhammad interest declaration now. Message General Sayam unconstitutional into court and nullify declaration. Send another person to Muna, send the city they perceive ya for
well, very simple. The issue here is Article 63, Clause 3. Okay. Article 63, Clause 3 say, answer now, you already declare will be so your president. As when you're in the vote cast, as when you're more than 50%.
Okay.
I want to say, yes, and this one more than 50% when you're president.
Okay.
Of actual votes. Okay. John Mahama Echo Court. One can say actual vote now. President Nyayano. A 50%.
Okay.
Was say Jim Mensa, the declaration no ye no. Otinye. Eti court in Pem.
Okay.
Because said Jim Mensa Eddie total vote cards and a year instead of total valid votes
cast. Okay.
So what you say? In your party so the total votes cast there. Na say the sa constituency no for example the amano Techiman South.
Yeah.
Abeka do Muhammad ye hu say the Jimensa kan na and na do wenya 50% plus 1. That's what they won na. Nemom no the Assin ko ye say Assin ko ka say these are the actual votes. Nana do nyai. Na nu 50% plus 1. And you know they call Supreme Court too.
Okay.
Or Supreme Court say Jimensa declaration no ye no otinye. No according to the bear 4 or 5 times. Na no what they call Supreme Court na about say. It is a Supreme Court because okay, watcha. Still no. As soon as this one 50% plus 1. And there's an worker one.
In effect, the former President Muhammad no and any votes no
and vote two police centers and as a police stations I they call constituency centers I they call regional ever home baby also man challenge baby they say the Supreme Court on challenges our vote no be and cases I had on the yan sign because irregularity see I had on the reject one can home and one declaration the message
Obi so beka say vote no energy mensa declare into seeking for nullification of the vote no actually say the actual vote no is nullified.
No, you don't go there and say akwa no can. Okati and that man fa to ho. You for say nya an overzealous electoral commission. Or out of mischief. Figures no correct or head up no be can't.
Okay. Obi to grab the declare mo be from.
Yes. So what then happens to the actual votes? It's the actual vote we are talking about. You don't put any relevance in the electoral commission. The electoral commission can come and declare it wrongly.
Okay.
But what go to about tomorrow? When you vote, so you go to Supreme Court and say, be sued, you already declare wrongly. Any day declare man or no? Say, me 50% plus 1.
Okay.
It's even a president.
Okay.
Yes, I call the Jimensa in the court here. So what
in
the first order the Jamaica court in the court say who votes? I say When are you president?
Okay.
And that's when you are our when you qualified to be president. Then we have considered the declaration we making mistakes into the not court. I don't want to change anything.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm making the situation clearer.
Yes. It's say Koba say Koba say Ubinya area 35%. Na say James Akra be declare say we no win here. In actual fact, nipa no win.
Yes. Eti wuna wunya more than 50%. Who the never court or no energy mensa and as electoral commission. Who the court say? You declare man as you vote no unya no. Enu 50% no.
Okay.
Plus one mina minya eti minya the Supreme Court to declare me say na president. So that's it.
Okay.
Because the whole idea say one share na what you hear say the electoral commission be a holy Bible. But they can make mistakes.
Okay.
That is why you say okay, assuming say electoral commission in person, you still have to prove say when you are 50% plus one. So that's it. Well, if you don't understand it from that perspective, because if you are not offer or Bonsambia Baba electoral commission, also the Ejatu Mainu, and you don't have both figures 9.
Okay.
And your pastor now won't also do votes no Supreme Court say hey, I don't correct.
Okay.
Because of me, bring sheet, collection sheet when summary sheet in here. Mututa me in 50% plus one.
Okay.
I'm the president. Then the Supreme Court will declare you president. Irrespective of
the declaration.
And so I can challenge the declaration.
It's
nothing. It's just a piece of statement I will make here. What making statement what? It doesn't change the vote you actually obtain.
Okay.
Sometimes and so let's say he's correct and he wins and says the declaration was wrong. You still haven't moved the court to why to declare you. Because you haven't pointed to the court say, we never vote say. Yes, vote when you count. Because Article 63 doesn't talk about any declaration. It doesn't talk about any declaration. It doesn't talk about electoral commission. It just talk about votes. Yes. And I say you need 50% plus or more. That's all. So if you go to court and you don't talk about the votes and are talking about declaration, you are just wasting your time.
Okay. That's it for that clarification. Say it does all the na yemfa we no entwaso. As they say former President Mahama said the appointee who's in ne petition mu no. Oma admit, oma giatum. So my influence, especially in the last relief F no. This is Oma petition and so filing motion. Said no seeking for amendment. What to be?
Mati, but me near you here.
Okay.
But it's in order. Because the last time we predicted it.
Yeah.
Say if they don't amend that, it cannot be granted.
Okay.
So you have to amend.
Okay.
So the mechanism.
Okay.
What was Taabea too easy so. Taabea so you find too easy to say you force man ko yeduma.
Okay.
So person be ko yeduma you order in pushing no man ko yeduma no na siki. What's your find Taabea?
You injunction man ko bibi.
Injunction to so dia na this way here. You need injunction dey to so e ma ko bibi.
Okay.
It na say dey oko amend. That's in the order.
Okay.
So the mechanism.
Okay.
And the first one was say you more easy
and run off.
Easy is not a contestant. And how are you going to get?
Okay.
So I did a simple, straightforward. Any lawyer can tell you.
Okay.
Me, I saw say it was a mistake. And I saw share that. Because there's no way you can get those reliefs.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
And it's in order that says so apply to amend. Me, I just say the Supreme Court will consider.
But no, be so cancel. Wow, Cobrew, one swamp paffin. So we say Ubia and from so into sanity, the intro back to Mona. Now, I want to petition I am from Swa. Also, the meaning as someone to
a political statement. Now, make it a legal statement.
Oh, okay.
Because we have from Zona, easy from Zona, or the 2 days later, I'm from Zona. I don't know who complain.
Okay.
Would only have 21 days.
What was I have on your chat?
Aha, by the way. Political statement.
Okay,
everybody there, they will look at his motion and obviously reasonable. After all, it cannot be granted.
Okay.
So they have to consider.
Okay.
You know, you must appear to be fair. So they were saying being law said not only must justice be done, it must also be seen
to be done.
And they will appear to be fair.
Okay.
Because we got our bonus and Virginia. It will not look fair.
One other relief I know or say court no first Taabea told Mampeni that and some Mampeni Taabea you know so say who holding himself as president elect. But this of course he is what happens to have relief.
A moot point. In a sense it's of no use now, that order. Because what's the phantom also say more acting as president elect. Remember?
Yeah.
He said he's no longer president elect. Now he's president. So he's not acting as a president elect.
Okay.
So you don't get that order.
And do you expect say in their amendment
so let's say
in a free manner?
Very likely. Or let's say the Supreme Court say we agree with you. President don't act as president elect. What is so he's not a president? He's now president.
He's acting as president
he's president.
Now. Okay.
Not elect. He's president. And to that order, it's of no use.
Okay.
So that's it. So it's likely that they may have to drop that.
Relief no.
Relief no.
Oh, okay. Okay. It is this is so president is in file of defense and they claim say NDC petition no and I said sorry Mahama petition no has no justification. It you know say what next?
The next you say motion on the court to amend. I don't know basso. Not Supreme Court are making determination whether to grant or not to grant.
Okay.
And it's a Supreme Court to grant here. Then they will then have to refile the amended reliefs. So that's it.
Okay.
Say grant say most year mama kwai na most someone okay Supreme Court say okay ahwe ya mama akonya enti mo faale je hona no mo kwa kwa quickly no ma faale say ya yini ya president sanini. But before then, no, Yabama respondents, Nanado, president. He's not being sued as president, he's sued as candidate. And you also be
okay.
Whether
sorry, Nanado so has the right to say some amendment.
Yes, but I don't think that he will waste his time.
Okay.
Because lawyers will never argue why so your mom crime
or more amended
and why they shouldn't not court to decide.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
But you just yourself don't be open because some say one. So call not Supreme Court declare was president. Yeah, for declaration will be a routine and they declare was president. Yeah, for the second. Or something to the boss. And I don't call court. And will sue. Easy, it was soon another one. Or so far, so to be proved, say, only 50 plus 1 vote.
Okay.
Declaration there, it doesn't come in at all. Because I'm here, a statement already here.
Yeah.
I don't know, you can say it's a basis, fine. But what if you get an EC who is wicked and intentionally makes a wrong declaration? Are you with me?
Okay. Even when you know, say, you are not the winner.
Yes.
No,
so what happens? Do we then take that declaration alone to court? No. Okay. You take that declaration as well as your votes. And say, this is the actual vote I obtained.
Yeah.
And I want you, Supreme Court, to declare me as the president.
Winner. Okay.
But you don't go there and say, declaration empty. No, that is how. You don't talk about your votes.
Wow.
I don't say heavy. I don't say heavy. Even lawyers are heavy for some people to understand. But a simple way you say, you got 2 about constituency police station. Yakika will figures low. And the figures total no 50% plus 1. Who are
president elect?
And the president Mohammed, that's a good to me total.
Ni votes no they attach it.
All the
declaration
total according to pink sheet, according to collation sheet, according to summary sheet. But what I say, now we say, a general you know,
50 plus 1.
One, and one will be mistakes or in declaring.
And also, I say, look at say they are taking the EC by their own ways, and based on that, and until Oman say Mahama anyway, and that is the explanation I see in the ever.
Yeah, well, political spin over. And your legal spin.
Okay.
Oh man, that's on my way.
Yeah.
All along they say something on my way. But what do you call to know? I'm gonna back you off. Now they are saying they did not win. I feel move votes people are more Casimir. It's Assin. They're not denying.
Okay.
Their only claim now is that
Obi and 50% plus.
Second round.
Okay.
So what does it?
Okay.
And for you to win at the Supreme Court, not only must you say the declaration was wrong, you must also prove the votes you got.
Okay.
And that's simple. You just tally all the
16 regions.
No. Obi ashi to ho. They say we no be no private at last.
Yeah.
Africa 16 and Obi votes. That's what you go to Supreme Court and say declare me as president.
Oh no. Wow.
Now what do I find one? How then do you go and say
it in the lawyers they say with the new twist for the due to the amendment 42 days now, when does it start counting?
That's a very good question. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Let's wait and see what the Supreme Court comes.
Wow.
I say because of my 42 days. Now I'm someone focused on. Can say amendments are not allowed.
Okay.
But if amendments are not allowed, if it's going to change your case, so that's it.
Now, it has a potential to change the case.
Well, I would say it's only the reliefs.
Okay.
Reliefs, on processes and
new case, okay.
So, maybe say come example. Yeah, fan say case number quay almost will be a runoff. Will be now some of the amendment. So, Muncha Hadi. Now, we declare me president. But since a case now,
okay.
And on the Supreme Court said they will not allow.
They will not allow that.
But if you are coming for only the reliefs, and it doesn't change the case, I don't think it will be a problem. But you see, at this stage, okay. So let's just wait and see what.
Wow, interesting days ahead.
It sure is.
Okay. It was for a net lawyer Kwame Adolfo and aiding Como Holy Trinity Chambers Kumasi on the Supreme Court petition. Afi yeba na yaba behwe the course of Rashid with respect to Assin of MP no and as MP elect name more copy court no then amrano and as was the position of the law and say now was in our president MP no is there anything the court can do about the present position and I say he will be handled by the previous position no we will in our next segment and come be able to see
And now, my dear listeners, before I sign out, I would like to introduce to you Taabea Herbal Mixture, a great and effective herbal medicine for malaria, loss of appetite, and general body pains. Taabea, a fact I can personally attest to.
Taabea Herbal Mixture. Assin na ubenom Taabea Herbal Mixture. Shisho moja muhunu se wenye chidi yari nubi ansa. FDA ahwehwe saa ejwadi nkrato yi mu agye atom se eye.
Yes, I'm Okaba. Ubeko Facebook, Instagram, no search for Taabea TV. Uko YouTube, subscribe to Taabea TV channel no. Na all the notifications, videos go be ano. Wonsabe can be na unya share. Na unia na wayankufo ne oguso nyina bi enso ehwe na yehu ne ekoso e emaimo lawyer ma yemra chibidwam proper say omaswe in a way but ade bi koso Assin of MP elect then and I did taboto no so Cape Coast High Court e did taboto no so say mo carry ne ho as MP elect after so won hwe no kwankwaso in as MP or Comrade in the first place, I say, say in the court, no, so he is not served. By the end, lawyers and so on. And he said, lawyers court say, yeah, the injunction, when I say after ruling, no, what does it mean? So, what does it mean to you?
Say, lawyers or her. Is deemed you are there.
Okay.
Otherwise, on whose instructions are they in court?
Okay.
So I don't know if you have kind of 7 more weeks. Meet me court in assembly representative.
Unimo.
This is our instructions.
Okay.
So that's it. It's a court. Now we are results here. Once it's given to me, he is deemed to have been notified.
Okay. So Unimo.
Yes, because your lawyers were there.
Okay.
And in most countries, even if your physical appearance is even not required, if your lawyer is there. All right. When your lawyer is representing you, you don't have to be there.
Okay.
For example, 2012.
Yeah.
Let's see the Mahama was here. Is he the representative? But the lawyers were there.
Okay.
And they went and informed him.
And their course will be
everything. But obviously, so they don't handle the live TV. So that's it.
Okay.
And the fact that the lawyers were there in itself shows to say he was notified.
Okay. The arguments by the NDC side say he was not present in court and he doesn't know anything about any injunction. No, it doesn't hold that.
Well, at this stage, there were 2 separate conversations going on. Back a political conversation.
Okay.
And then back a legal conversation.
Okay.
A do legal conversation now. Once it change, the narrative will change. Because, as you are aware, before President Mahama went to court, now the narrative was that one of the president-elect, only had to abandon.
Okay. They were wanting.
I was wanting. But go record to them. And who say no correct. Tiwamuka said, you have to abandon President Mahama. You have to abandon. Because of our court, no idea.
Yeah, to Abaman.
Yeah, to Abaman. They will not man to be anywhere 50%.
Okay.
The same way, NDC is making an argument by Edu Kota. NDC will not be there. It will be the Republic versus Kwesi. You didn't know? It will be Kwesi.
Yeah.
Republic versus Kwesi. S party and I only a corner of issue.
Contempt.
Oh, Edu NDC. And this hard noise thing now will stop at some point when the case gets to court. Then we will see whether he was saved or he was not saved. But our lawyers will have. How are you going to be able to say you were not saved? Are you saying your lawyers? So they came. You see, this is also very important. If he says he was not saved, then you want capacity where the lawyers in court.
Okay.
That's a very serious offense, even against the lawyers.
Against the lawyers?
Yes. Because you cannot go to court and say you are acting for somebody, when in fact you are not.
You are not.
You can easily lose your license.
No, impersonation and answer then.
It's a professional misconduct.
Okay.
All right. So if he goes to court and insists, say he was not saved, he's putting his lawyers in danger. Because his lawyers were there, and they came telling the court that they were acting for. So if they were acting for you, and your client now comes and say you were not acting for, it means you misled the court.
Okay.
That's a very serious offense.
Wow.
Very, very serious offense. You can lose your license.
Lawyers.
Yes.
In case of Okase,
if he goes there and say he was not saved, then in what capacity were the lawyers in court? You were in court saying you were representing him. All right.
Okay.
And the court has given you a message.
Okay.
And you did not deliver
to your client.
It means you have professionally shown you are either very serious misconduct or unsatisfactory professional misconduct.
Wow.
Very serious offense. And this guy will be putting his lawyers in danger if he goes there and says that he was not aware.
Okay.
Because then the question is, in what capacity were the lawyers in court? They went to court saying they represent him.
Okay.
All right. And you know, a lawyer, you have a duty to the court to be honest and candid. So a lawyer going to say he represents the client, and the client coming back to say he was not representing me, that's you are exposing your lawyer. They will end up somewhere they are not happy.
And he says, yes, say more on carrying home as MP elect. In the first place, we are carrying home as MP elect. More on conquest in or conquest in. They be obi a bisane say, does it mean say election course na bana oko 2B no? Does it affect the elections?
I mean, you know in another way. When a court makes an order of any kind, your duty is to respect the order, even if you disagree with it. Even if you disagree.
First point of call is about respecting the order.
In your make order, umpel, as who this.
Okay.
That's all in the you appeal it, seeking to set it aside.
Okay.
So what I say?
Okay.
Now, we want to mean say, other way, I am not happy with it. And now, many new home.
It's been so.
Because the moment you do that, what be you for say a fraud, a betu, Jedria.
Contempt. Jedria.
Because the moment lawyers are and I say, we are away. Say, court is a many say,
no, acquire.
A serious offense.
Okay, say, Kobasa Unima, Senate, and I wouldn't so a Senate.
Oh, sir, you are dear friend notice. Even time and Yakupo, when I just saw drive or Pamo, Adam and Eve from the garden or Mama Kunya. And you were a cardinal principle in our law say, you cannot convict somebody or punish somebody. So the court will be satisfied, say, and I will have to be satisfied, say, we are away.
Okay.
So that's it.
We need that.
And a one Kasangasa, why they what to know?
What okay.
A serious offense. It is a we who play with contempt, so who say that simple.
In what happens to the election of the Speaker of Parliament with his involvement?
Another story. And they say, such scenario, because it's no longer in court, in your citing the contempt, and you bet me I'll discuss it. But the moment you cited the contempt, you have to stop talking about it.
Okay.
Now, we share injunction now. The parameters of the injunction. One, and this or projecting.
Yeah.
And now what there's a word.
Or done what say MP to obey you know.
And a two, and this was presenting. Just say this one.
Oh, let him go. Okay.
First, now you say, I don't know, come visit your parliament no but this one didn't call.
Okay.
CS
okay.
So I said, we had out to an amount. What's the bit to San Amon? So, okay. It's a one parliament. And I said, oh, yeah, and from
so
because court and say, meant to Sa and Amon.
Oh, yeah, Niamo who said,
it depends to San Amon and co parliament, Brassy and Swear.
Okay.
And if it turns out, say, why yes, I never mean that. And that's almost I think contempt here. And yet you have to answer.
I still maintain my question. What happens to his involvement in the election?
That is the next question. One, the next question is if an akko
okay.
Was that a legal vote or illegal vote? If the court makes a finding, say abano country illegal, the question is, did it affect the outcome? At the moment, they are saying say it was 2 votes. Some are saying abano, some are saying differently.
Okay.
So they are saying because who says votes they are saying different things. NDC has a scenario.
NPP has a scenario.
Nobody is telling us votes no per se. I to it.
Okay.
It's a court to declare. Court of like I said, because of this guy's involvement, if he said attentive votes, and also see a person. And according to Nyakandia, everything will change.
Wow.
But I doubt whether the court will go there. I don't want to preempt because we don't know.
But what about the...
It may be so many scenarios because a person speaker was not validly elected. What then happens to Parliament?
Parliament. Invalidly sworn in.
Invalid by them. Thank you. Would the court be prepared to make that order?
Wow.
So that's
interesting.
Would the court then be able to say, you people were all invalid? Yeah, the president was also invalid this morning. I don't think any court will be prepared to
do that.
No,
okay.
Because you see, the interest of the court is to protect the unity of the state.
Okay.
Court to be any other person or order. Never say yes. Because any part of disappointing court, the court itself from here, it stands for the unity and the stability of the state. But obviously, you won't judge, you know, wacko decision be. I would say the decision is out of whack. We don't want to say. But the court itself protects that the state will stand firm.
Well, now I'm in particular with the clerk to Parliament. Several a notice. Say Nipas Messi. The injunction at Tono so say ma onyese. Can you decide say ma country no but I say obayenti ma pene so say onye
when a judgment call in the heat of the moment he had to make a certain judgment call. Maybe he felt unsafe because all the members were wanted to eat him up. His judgment was overborne. Just imagine the situation. Under normal circumstances, maybe he wouldn't have allowed them, but they were all coming after him. If you couldn't run away, and I say, so
okay.
He was so
he felt intimidated and
yes. The only his will was overborne. For so no. Because he wanted to comply by the order.
Initially, or can ruling say the said candidate is not recognized in the house.
Yes.
So why do you go back to
because he was bullied. But you see, one thing we have to understand is the law says parliamentary proceedings and the like are so the law protects parliamentary proceedings.
Okay.
So things that happen inside parliament, usually no court has the power to interfere with what happens. So that's why in some countries we will not to blow near it and go baby. Okay. You say unless they remove the privileges and immunity that you have.
Okay.
In terms of the votes that happen there, it already happened there. Now the court may declare say Sakwano over 2 aban. Valid. The question is, how do you know where he voted?
He voted. Whether for or against
you don't
the
know.
speaker.
And do you think I got every bag with you? That's why I saw the another collection. Now if he was saying he was back. How would people know how much he got? And do you know the Kotumpe Usikana? No. The same thing.
Okay.
Nobody knows where he voted. And you will not, no court will be able to say go and remove his vote.
Into the clerk Cyril no. Someone because
nothing can happen to him because he was inside parliament performing parliamentary duties.
Okay.
The order was to stop this guy from coming. Alright? He attempted to stop him. And we move father.
Okay.
Don't go ahead and
okay. Earlier now the NDC were arguing, and I got the impression that the parliament was superior with respect to the injunction. So as they wanted the injunction to be set aside. Now, saying what's the level of the power of the court? The parliament.
What's that? Dispute is here.
Court.
2012. Election petition is here.
Court, yeah.
They say will be called parliamentar. Yes, one court. It will be no way to parliament is superior than court.
Okay.
No way.
Okay.
Obia won it. So that's it. Then at the end of the day, said to be see court
and echo.
And yakusi. And change the said parliament is superior than any court. No.
Okay. Finally on this issue, some proponents of the NDC believe he said the court was not fair to Kwesin because Osha the course or El Techiman South the ruling was in the interest of the constituency. I said omunya representation in parliament. But in this case, ya injunctino. So as there's no fairness in this case, no.
But you have to understand, say, no two situations are always the same. There could always be a difference. So that's it. The judge, before answer, will make you order. Will make you sure, say, will tear both sides of the story. We're in junction now, will tear Amaliba.
Yeah.
And other lead counsel, tear Manuasem. And will tear Mr. Davis, any other lawyers.
Okay.
Will tear almost as well as him. And he away and will make the judgment. Other situations, the judge probably weighed and says, no, this one, there's no point in waiting. So let them go.
Okay.
But where the judge feels this is a clear case where a judge should be granted.
Okay.
I don't think we can fault the judge. But you see, this happens all the time. You can go to one court, the same facts, you get the judgment one way. The same facts,
you get it in another way.
It happens all the time because there are two different human beings sitting in different courts. They all see it differently.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Me person who say court judges, no, do they consider the laws or they use their discretion in ruling?
Well, normally you have to follow the law. An injunction is normally discretion.
Okay.
Nobody can force a judge to grant injunction. They can choose this case is a grant. This case is a grant here. M1 or what discretion.
Okay.
But we in a say, what in the idea? Why appeal?
Why appeal?
It's maybe fees away. That's okay. Appeal. Oh, said the judge got it wrong.
Okay.
But I'm saying that because any of my sessions should yeah. They want you to get the numbers. So, okay. But you see, the risk is this. At the end of the day, all the MPs, they are not cited. They are not going to be cited. Only you.
Enti said the Yehun say NDC for Nina Tarachino. It's not going to be that in court.
How many times can they come? First day, you have a support. Second day, the third day, now for master take bread. A channel position would be number. But I say, oh, Monica came close to I grant to give us. I beg a grano. Now go one, I don't know.
I say, Opuni, Coco, a doma for is on one and it's on one and mammy or Maslow used to. But after I don't know, we catch us say, you be a June. Okay. Because at the end of the day, but say no, MP, no, is he not immune to some level?
No, because the BSc pen, he was already an MP. Court of Finance said he lied to become an MP. MP Jelly at Damusakandi. Yemrano, lawyer, sorry, Yemrano. Is it endis for now? You say at the time, court to abano. Na ne renunciation, acceptance no abba. And NPP for non so and I said the court no say at the time all filing acceptance kratano. In the same around city, is it before or straightforward? Lord, let's say you must be qualified to be an MP. Until they will give you a form. And then you take, are you over 21? Take. Are you from this? Take. So at the time you sign, you must be qualified.
Oh, okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
So you fill a form, and usually there's a declaration at the bottom.
Okay.
I declare that the information on this is all true, blah, blah, blah. So when you are filing the form, all right?
Yeah.
You must be qualified at the time of filing the form.
Okay.
So if you file the form, and you were not qualified then, but before us, we go to man, why were you qualified? The form was wrongly filled with information you gave that you knew was false.
Wow.
That is the key. And you know there's a declaration at the bottom. I declare that.
So everything, all the information I've given is correct.
Thank you. So if you declare that when you knew that you were not qualified, then you have to go for the jugular. So if you file the form and you were not qualified then, you must be qualified at the time of filing the form. So if you file the form and you were not qualified, then you have to go for the jugular. So if you declare that when you knew that you were not qualified, then you have to go for the jugular.
Okay, I heard this argument. Say, in Canada, when you attempt to renounce your citizenship, it is deemed accepted.
That is a matter for Canadians.
It doesn't apply in Ghana here.
A matter for Ghana is at the time you are filing your nomination, you make sure you are qualified, and the qualification clause is, I am not a citizen of any other country.
Okay.
And you have signed.
Okay.
So you put the date. Let's say the date is the 12th or 11th of January. You put the date and say I'm qualified. I'm not a citizen of any other country. And it turns out that you were and became free
later. Okay.
It means you lied in the form.
Okay. Yeah. Be ending in common. Yeah. Be ending with Nanado's second term. From the background. Yeah. Me person share Nanado's first term. From the legal perspective. Say now see who no going forward. Expectations in the second term. I don't know briefly. Okay, we also share the dialogue on Taabea television, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. No, because search for Taabea TV. Now, also subscribe to all our channels. News baby, I don't say can be. Me try me home bar any lawyer a baby.
And now, my dear listeners, before I sign out, I would like to introduce to you Taabea Herbal Mixture, a great and effective herbal medicine for malaria, loss of appetite, and general body pains. Taabea, a fact I can personally attest to.
Taabea Herbal Mixture. Assin na ubenom Taabea Herbal Mixture. Shisho moja muhunu se wenye chidi yari nubiansa. FDA sheshe sa ejedi nkrato yi muaji atumu se eye.
Was for a sama akwaba. Ye bewe yam komono. Lawyer yansha na nado. Obaye someone penny. No emranimni. Was also emranimni. Not expectations not to say now by in the last 4 years in the legal and as a justice system no say now see then I will confirm.
That's a very difficult question. Difficult in the sense the legal system no is supposed to be separate from the political people.
Okay.
Both NDC and people. And the legal system is supposed to be separate because we have 3 arms of government. The judiciary, which comprises all the lawyers and the judges, and then we have the executives, which comprises the ministers and the president, and then we have the legislature, which comprises the MPs and so on. Yebusa said, what has the president done to them? Very difficult in the sense that the president is not directly supposed to have done anything.
Okay.
All he has to do is make more money available to them, make more courtrooms available. And say, be at this time, Chuma Kwangoma, Muslim here court. Now, our magistrate assembly never be Siamamu. Yakanina is up to the judges headed by the Chief Justice.
Okay.
To develop it.
Okay.
Open more courts and so on. It's difficult for us to say what has politically, what has the president done to help the judiciary, because he cannot even be seen too much to be helping the judiciary. I'm not going to influence the judges, everything you're doing is politically. Somebody will say it's politically motivated. And that question is very difficult to answer.
Okay.
Maybe the Chief Justice will give to answer it and say, but one thing I can tell you is that since this president came, courts need strike that.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe court strike.
Yes, under the previous regime.
Okay.
There were strikes. Judicial Services Association of Ghana almost called strikes all the time.
Okay.
Because of the allowances, judges were threatened to go on strike because of their money.
Okay.
And accommodation and the rest.
But in the last 4 years.
This 4 years,
okay.
But if they has been, they've been talking.
Okay.
So it hasn't been so open where people can say the court MB.
MB.
So
okay.
into maybe politically, I would say on my idea in that front. Now the other one is more political, not legal in terms of government policies and the rest. And they say political. I don't think says what you want from me. Yeah. But what I can tell you is that Ghana going forward, the president says he's going to make Ghana a better place for us. Let's all be confident.
Okay.
That Ghana will be a good place to live.
Okay. One policy I will launch here, I think 2019 or 2020, the e-system. I don't know how does it work now. Is it still effective?
Well, me personally, I mean, it should be that. But the e-system, no, the whole idea is that you could be in your office, look at the computer, you know your cases that is coming up tomorrow. You can file your processes electronically.
Without going to court?
Yeah, no, you have to go to court. You see, without going to court, because of Koro.
Oh, okay.
COVID. Other countries, the Koro or the COVID is so high, and I'm saying, ultimately, with them Zoom now we hear cases. But Ghana had it. Matisse say happening in Accra, but I mean young who be.
Okay.
But it's there. I'm for starting issue. Okay. And I'm sure say going forward, Ghana will be a very good place to live.
Okay.
Kenya regime so mano. Yeah, my eye wani. You need baby ako.
Yeah.
It will be more money. Okay. You ever to car, but we will be ako. And
all right. Lawyer Kwame Addo for Holy Trinity Chambers Kumasi and Odini Juma Intino. Ono na time we didn't come Semra who be here say we didn't come from Rakman some quandia or no a boy a my sa nim dear any sandy telebedana say and then Sonia Tonya we are sada a be a Kodiama Taabea hand sanitizer. Aha, Maimu Hadie minim sanitizer be as effective as this. 80% alcoholic. What they found some more. Moton kama isham. Enye tentan nyenyenyan debi. Enye sa. 80. What they found some more. Oni beji huan kasa. Into kwa ubi biya kwan. Ewa drugstore biya biya biya. Could just be answered so. Ubisa Taabea hand sanitizer. Obinya biya to. Alfi ye call the most effective treatment for malaria. Herbal treatment for malaria. Taabea herbal mixture. And also so konako GB ne born that form with me to be ama ho atimi after the home free malaria any related diseases no home na ye ko beauty 360 akwa akosisi ho iko yeti ye kwa akosisi ho ma ne mema nyina no ye nko kuma se santasi roundabout ena ye cha kwan no ewo eno nti said ye contact go ase no friend na be din komo ye promo no ende ye 50% discount na sebra ye sisi ho wi a ebo no fafa na yenso ya shifagu ama wonso skabi aba be show to no tiambo life no bi ye beda ye crew no nyina ase enemy guest Lawyer Kwame Addo for Holy Trinity Chambers ena me cameraman set designer so Karim Abdul ena Kebin Cancer me director me den de Kwabena Martin Addo nyame ya do ma brace be san so hia yedamas